and right at the top, Kitchen Math 16 or Equal Measures number 16. And we are going to talk about some of the measurements that you need. So you're going to want to pause the video and you want to write down that chart so that you have it. So then once you have that copied down, and feel free to use the abbreviation, a teaspoon is TSP. A tablespoon is usually capitalized TBS. A cup is just usually a capital C. An ounce, feel free to abbreviate that OZ. A pint, PT. A quart, QT. A gallon, GAL. Okay, so feel free as you write that down to use those abbreviations. So pause your video and write those down. Now that you have them written, hopefully, I'm going to give you a little way to memorize some of our liquid measurements. So this big G here, we're going to consider a gallon. So make a big G on your paper. You're probably going to need like half the paper, if not like the whole part of the paper to do this. So, okay. So what you're going to do first is you're going to put 4 big Q's inside of the gallon. Now, what does that mean? That means that 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. Okay? And then inside every quart, you're going to put 2 big P's, as big as you can fit them. Because we're going to have to write inside of these. Okay? So what that's telling us is that 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. And then if we count up how many are inside the gallon, 2, 4, 6, 8, that is equal to 8 pints. So a gallon is 4 quarts or 8 pints. Okay, now inside of each of those, and we're going to keep going, put 2 C's as big as you can make them. So that means that 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. So a quart, like if we just focus on a Q, that's 4 cups. And then if we go all the way to the entire gallon, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, that is 16 cups. And then lastly, last little thing we're going to put in there is inside of every cup, put the number 8. If my pencil will cooperate here, just a second. Let's try again. So that tells us that 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. And it's customary to put ounces that are fluid, a liquid, as FLOZ, but if you put ounce, that's okay too. Now, if we look inside of a P, 2 8s is a total of 16, so that's 16 fluid ounces. Sorry, I didn't give myself very much room. Let's scooch this over. If it lets me. Oh, yay, it let me, okay. So that's 16 fluid ounces. If we look inside of a Q, we have 8, a appearing 4 times. 8 times 4 is 32. That's 32 fluid ounces. And then if we counted up all the 8s, we have 16 times 8. 16 times 8 is 128, I believe. Let's see. Yep, and so that is 128 fluid ounces. So that's just a really good way to memorize liquid measurement. So the G stands for gallon. Then you put 4 Q's. Inside every Q, put 2 P's. Inside every P, put 2 cups, 2 C's. Inside every C, put an 8. And then it kind of will allow you to work your way through it, okay? Now, once you do that, now we are going to answer some of these questions, okay? So your job is to finish 1 through 13, and then we will, if you have any questions, we can go over that tomorrow. But okay, so it says how many squares would give you 4 ounces of chocolate? Okay, so if you notice, we're going to use this information right here. 1 square of chocolate is 1 ounce. So if we need 4 ounces, we need 4 squares. So 4 squares. Now that's a cooking square. If you get a baker's chocolate, they're measured out perfectly so that every little square that you would like cut out or break apart would be an ounce. Okay. Now the ones I really want to talk about are these ones right here. Okay. It says convert the following recipe. So 12 ounces of flour is how many cups? So we know that we're going to use proportions for these. That's why I wanted to show you those. We know that 1 cup is 8 ounces. And I believe that's what that says about, yeah. 1 cup is 8 ounces. I just had to check to make sure I wasn't making stuff up. So how many cups, that's your unknown, put that on top, would be 12 ounces. And so again, remember our proportions. We're going to cross multiply. We're going to get that 12 is equal to 8x. So we have to divide by 8. So x would be 12 divided by 8. 12 divided by 8 is 1.5. So let's think how we would say that in cooking math. I don't think 1.5 is the greatest way to write it. I would say 1.5 cups of flour. Okay, so for these ones, use the information of the conversions on the top to set up a proportion, okay? And let's do the bottom one here. Let's do G. So we need information about ounces of butter, okay? So right here it says that a stick of butter is 4 ounces, okay? So you're going to set up a proportion. 1 stick is 4 ounces. So how many sticks is our unknown? The 6 ounces would go in the bottom. We're going to cross multiply. We're going to get 6 equals 4x. So x is 6 divided by 4. Just so happens we're going to get that same 1.5 on the calculator, but we should write that as 1.5 sticks. Okay, so finish this up. Make sure you take a picture of it by the end of class. I'll see you soon.